Welcome to the second VIP project that falls under the main program related to the lean approach and implementation of sustainable value chain in multiple types of industries. In this project, we will be integrating the lean manufacturing and Six Sigma tools to improve the performance of a brewery. First, I'll walk you through the main steps that are involved in the beer production process. As you may know, beer is produced mainly from water and malt, so the object of the entire process is to convert the grain starches to sugar, to extract the sugar with water, and then to ferment it with yeast to produce this alcoholic or lightly carbonated beverage. So beer production mainly involves malting, milling, mashing, extract separation, then hop addition and boiling. After removal of hops and precipitates, after cooling and aeration, the wort would be sent to the fermentation tanks where a maturation phase will occur. Then the spent yeast would be separated from the young beer, followed by an aging and maturing process, and finally bottling and packaging. What is the objective of this project? It is to try to identify, to detect all sources of waste throughout this process. We will try to identify them, to minimize them, or to valorize them. Some examples of the waste that we would be looking into would be the wastewater, so we might upgrade the wastewater treatment. We would look into the spent grain at different stages of the process, the CO2 emission and the carbon footprint, the hot tub, the spent yeast. Spent yeast can be very useful. For example, among various potential cell factories, nowadays yeast has attracted great attention in pharmaceutical protein synthesis. And since it is a rich source of protein, it might be also used as animal feed. We might look into the beer waste as well, the bottlenecks and the work in progress, mainly in the bottling line, the defective products, whether it is a byproduct or an end product, and finally, we would avoid the overconsumption of energy. To reach such goal, we would be implementing a Lean Six Sigma approach. What is the concept of this approach? First, we would be identifying strictly the processes that create value, and non-value added processes will be eliminated. Then, as mentioned before, we would eliminate all sources of waste to create a smoother flow. We would increase the speed and the response, and then we would produce only according to customer demand to avoid overproduction. And then we would strive for perfection. How? By improving quality, by minimizing deteriorated products, and by reducing cost. Looking into the waste of material, yeast may be converted into livestock after drying and sterilization. It is rich in protein, so it might be used as animal feed or for pharmaceutical produce. Then malt, we may apply a green technology as a pre-treatment to malt to reduce the fermentation phase, to reduce the use of energy, to make our overall process more efficient, to improve our extraction yield, and then the residuals might be converted into powder that would be used as snacks or breakfast. As for water, we can upgrade the wastewater treatment in the brewery where we'll be working on this project. Finally, the 7 types of waste that we will be tackling in this project are inventory levels, overproduction, unnecessary motions, product defects, waiting lines and bottlenecks, overprocessing, and transportation. Seems interesting? Apply now.